Right now on News at Noon, the Omicron variant on the rise here in Bexar County. We have the latest on where we now stand.
Plus, students, teachers, and fans coming together to help the San Antonio Food Bank before tonight's Alamo Bowl. We're hearing about the annual tradition, as well as a parking ride being offered today.
I'm keeping a close eye on our next strong cold front forecast to arrive early in 2022. The latest coming up.
Live from KSAT 12. The News at Noon starts right now.
The search for a missing 3-year-old continues this afternoon. Today, marking 10 days since LINA KHIL was last seen.
People in the community jumping in to help find her, as well as several businesses. Many are posting online and through flyers. The Islamic community saying that they pray someone can give police a lead.
We want people to come forward. But anybody that has seen anything, heard anything, knows anything, even if they think it's probably not very significant, we have to pass that forward to the police and to the FBI and let them make the decision. So we just need to get the information up to them.
San Antonio police say LINA was last seen at a playground at her apartment complex last Monday. Now investigators are going beyond the Villas del Cabo apartment complex. Some officers and K-9 units looking through green belts between the apartment complex and Loop 410, and several other officers remain on the case at that complex.
LINA disappeared December 20th. The FBI has now zeroed in on an 18-minute window that day, 4:49 p.m. to 5:07 p.m. FBI agents say as of right now, a lot of tips are outside that window. Investigators continue to go through surveillance video, social media, and even interviews. Anyone with any information that can lead to LINA's whereabouts, you could get a $150,000 reward. If you can help, you are asked to call SAPD's Missing Persons Unit. That number on your screen, 210-207-7660. Well, the latest today, an early morning argument ends with gunfire. One man facing life-threatening injuries. The shooting all happening at a Motel 6. All of this on a Southwest Loop 410 near Barmark Road. Our Jonathan Cotto has the latest.
It wasn't exactly a relaxing stay for guests at this Motel 6 after they were all woken up by the sound of gunshots. San Antonio police say a man and a woman believed to be in their 30s were making their way back into the room when trouble called from the parking lot. Police tell us around 4 a.m. an argument between the victim and two men sparked and then shots were fired. Officers say the woman called 911 after the victim managed to come back to the room with two gunshots, one on his leg and the other on his back. EMS quickly arrived on scene, witnesses saying they saw the two men involved leave the scene in a black car. For several hours, investigators collected evidence and the shell casings left behind in efforts of learning more about the suspects.
The victim was taken to University Hospital. His condition has since improved. He is expected to be okay. Police continue to search for the suspects involved. The investigation is ongoing. Reporting from Public Safety Headquarters, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
We want to bring you the latest on the COVID case rise here in Bexar County. Doctors at the UT Health San Antonio lab now pointing a finger directly at Omicron. On December 17th, 1 out of every 4 tests was sequenced, coming back as Omicron. Right now, Bexar County only reporting 7 cases, though. At least one local doctor says that's because they cannot sequence all the tests, and it's not as significant as the percentage. According to the Texas Department of State Health Services website, it is the same statewide. During the week of December 11th, Omicron accounted for nearly 25% of cases. A week later, it nearly quadrupled to almost 85% of all COVID cases.
Still, health experts say the vaccine is your best protection against COVID. Children 5 years old and older eligible for the vaccine. There is a clinic at the Wonderland of America's Mall that will run until 6 p.m. Tomorrow, the Alamo Dome expected to open from noon to 8 p.m. for vaccines. You can also check your local pharmacy for any vaccine availability. Well, after a holiday backlog, the CDC now reporting more than 440,000 new COVID cases on Monday. That is a one-day record.
And it's expected to continue. This is the CDC facing questions about those new guidelines for those who are asymptomatic or have been exposed to COVID-19.
ABC's Ines De La Catera has more from Washington.
In state after state, this is the scene at testing sites.
I was looking for a test about a week ago. I have symptoms, so I just wanted to make sure before I could go back to work. That's all. Make sure I'm okay to head back to work.
5 states currently reporting more new COVID cases than at any other point in the pandemic. Cases in Florida, Georgia, and Washington, D.C. tripling in the past week. Experts now forecasting we'll have lost 863,000 American lives to the virus by January 22nd, with the U.S. now averaging more than 240,000 cases a day. This as the CDC shortens the isolation period for asymptomatic Americans infected with COVID-19, cutting the isolation period in half from 10 days to 5 days, followed by strict mask wearing for another 5 days. But the CDC not recommending people first test negative before coming out of isolation. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky defending the decision on GMA.
And we do know that the vast majority of viral transmission happens in those first 5 days, somewhere in the 85 to 90% range. So we're really talking, if you can isolate for those first 5 days, that would be great.
And new concerns over how the new variant may be affecting children. Daily pediatric hospital admissions doubling over the last month. In New York City, public schools will still open January 3rd with new testing policies to keep more kids in the classroom.
We've come up with a new approach, and those at-home tests are going to be absolutely crucial.
Today, the White House detailing how it plans to help hospitals handle the surge, sending personnel and supplies. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, Washington.
Sports fans excited today. Oklahoma facing University of Oregon tonight, the 29th annual Valero Alamo Bowl. But before either teams enter the dome, hit the field, students, administrators, alumni, and fans, well, they engage in their usual pregame ritual, helping fight hunger here in San Antonio. They were volunteering at the San Antonio Food Bank. Tiffany Huertas has more on the unique event.
Oklahoma and Oregon fans get ready for tonight's Valero Alamo Bowl game. They are teaming up to fight hunger.
Yeah, well, this is just a really great opportunity to give back in a community that's hosting us.
Fans, students, and administrators of each university filled the San Antonio Food Bank to volunteer this morning.
Tonight, they're going to be fighting it out on the field, but today, they're joining forces to help make a difference and fight hunger here in San Antonio.
Both universities are working together this morning to assemble food boxes that will be distributed in our community.
And we're grateful to be invited.
For University of Oklahoma student Dawson Dressel, volunteering this morning was special.
And I've grown up here, so it's been kind of cool to see my two worlds kind of colliding a little bit, and then to serve alongside my OU friends and then OU community, and then go to the game tonight. Like she said, it'll be a really fun experience for us.
The Fill the Bowl fundraiser also took place today.
Every year when the Alamo Bowl is going to happen, the Valero team donates tickets to us, and then we're able to exchange tickets for food.
While both universities came together this morning in the spirit of service, tonight there could only be one winner.
OU, 100%.
Well, the Ducks are going to win. We came a long way. We're not going to lose.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
And Via offering a park and ride to the game tonight. The service starts at 5 o'clock from the Crossroads Park and Ride on Crossroads Boulevard and the Stone Oak Park and Ride. That's on 281 North. Round trip costs $5. The service will continue for an hour after the game. We have all this information posted for you on KSAT.com.
All right, still ahead, Spurs legend Tony Parker, his Bernie home up for sale. We have a look at what this 53 acres has to offer. Plus, we told you about the teams joining together to help fight hunger, but now, soon, 8:15, they're going to be on opposite sides of the ball. We're going to give you a preview of the game.
And HEB showing dominance in the Texas grocery store market. After the break, what a Midwest chain had to say about HEB.
This SA Salute holiday greeting is brought to you by IAQ Cleaning.
Hi, my name is Gilbert Ramirez, and I am with IAQ Experts. I want to give the military and say thank you for your service. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Y todos los veteranos y todos del servicio, felicidades. Gracias por su servicio.
Making headlines on KSAT.com, the CEO of Des Moines-based grocery store Hy-Vee says the company has no plans to mess with Texas. Hy-Vee's top executive Randy Ettiker told employees in a company video that the brand, while expanding into new states for the first time since 2009, they won't be treading into the Lone Star State anytime soon. It's due to San Antonio-based HEB's presence, apparently. In the video, they said HEB is a phenomenal competitor, and there are lots of weak competitors out there. They just don't need to go poke that bear.
All right, well, here we go. A 54,000 square foot building along the San Antonio Riverwalk. It is up for sale. The property at 126 East Main Plaza, a 5-story multi-use building in the heart of San Antonio. It is currently listed for nearly $13 million. Located near the Bexar County Courthouse, City Hall, San Fernando Cathedral, so much more. The building is also in an opportunity zone in Bexar County, which offers tax incentives to investors.
But if you have a little bit more money burning a hole in your pocket, Spurs legend Tony Parker selling his house in the Anaqua Springs Ranch community of Boerne. That home just outside of San Antonio, 6 bedrooms, 5 full bathrooms, 4.5 baths, and there's even more in the guest house. The estate covers 53 acres. It's currently listed at $19.5 million. And one of the coolest features, it's got its own private water park. You need one of those, right?
Everyone does.
You can read more about this and the other stories right now on KSAT.com.
So I think the house and the water park, it was featured a little bit in the Tony Parker documentary on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You get to see his journey through the French Basketball League, through the Olympics, and of course here in San Antonio. Speaking of San Antonio, 75 degrees out there.
It is warming up now that the sun has come out. We started off really gray and damp this morning with mist, drizzle, and some dense fog as well. But as you saw, the sun is coming out and it is going to be another unseasonably warm day. We are staying warm all the way through New Year's Day, but things change big time by January 2nd. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes. The aquifer today is down 0.4 foot to 664 feet even, and some slight improvement in today's pollen count. Mountain cedar was around 21,000 yesterday. It's down to just shy of 15,000 today. Molds are moderate with a count of 730. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the news at noon. Well, if you were with us this morning on GMSA, it was hard to see the roof of Whataburger here near 410 at the airport. It was that foggy, at least for a period of time. We had some pretty persistent mists this morning as well. So not the prettiest start to the day, but now the sun is out. Look at the background there. We've got some high clouds that will be filtering in and out for the rest of the afternoon. But now that the sun is out, we're starting to warm up a bit. Temperatures were stuck in the mid 60s this morning. Now we're climbing into the mid 70s. Winds are calm and it's still fairly humid out there. Our dew points are still a bit elevated. Look at satellite and radar. We don't have any rain out there, but we do have a good mixed bag of cloud cover, a few leftover low clouds from earlier in the day, and then you'll notice the high clouds that will continue to stream in from the southwest. Again, they'll kind of filter in and out through the course of the afternoon. So we're looking at highs near 80 today. It is going to be another unseasonably warm day all across the board. Sunset about 5:45 this evening, and then temperatures slowly falling into the low 70s, mid 60s by this evening under mostly clear skies. Looking ahead to the Alamo Bowl forecast, of course, the game is indoors, but if you're in town for the game or local heading to check out the game tonight, here's a look at the weather as you're heading into the Dome. Again, mostly clear skies, some high cloud cover, temperatures in the 60s and a little less humid. That may be hard to believe considering how muggy it was this morning and how muggy it's been the past few days. But we do have a little feature moving in today that is expected to drop humidity just a touch, and we'll talk about that very shortly. Current temperatures elsewhere, already 77 in New Braunfels, still 65 in Cotulla with some lingering cloud cover, 75 in Rock Springs. Here's something interesting on our dew points. A lot of us, including here in San Antonio, still have pretty elevated dew points right now in the mid to upper 60s, so it's still feeling muggy. But look what's happening in Fredericksburg and especially in Rock Springs. Dew point numbers are starting to fall just a bit, and that's because we have a feature called a dry line sitting off to our west that will be moving in and kind of settling in overhead later today through tomorrow morning. So we've got a surface low pressure, a storm system there that will continue to move north and east. This will likely cause some severe weather across parts of southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, and Mississippi. It's also got a cold front, but this is not the strong cold front that arrives this weekend. That is still several days away, but this dry line feature separating very muggy air from very dry air will kind of wander in this afternoon and drop humidity for some of us, especially along and west of 35. So not all of us are going to get a clean sweep of drier air, but I do think those along and west of the I-35 corridor will be treated to a slight drop in humidity through this evening. That will continue into tomorrow morning. So finally, we should get a morning tomorrow this week without the dense fog possibility. Then through tomorrow afternoon, this dry line will lift back off to the north. Dew points will surge back into the 60s for everyone, and the morning fog will be back by early New Year's Eve day. But just as quickly as our humidity returns, it will fall sharply once again this weekend behind our strong cold front that arrives Saturday evening. So for New Year's Eve, evening plans, warm and muggy, because this will be before the strong cold front gets here. You definitely don't have to bundle up Friday night, that's for sure, but you will need to pull the jacket and sweater back out by Sunday. Our temperatures will fall sharply, and we have the potential for San Antonio's first freeze early Monday morning. We'll talk more about that next half hour. Guys.
Thank you, Katie. A lot to watch and a lot to watch at the Alamo Bowl.
That is true. We're going to talk about the Alamo Bowl in just a few moments. But first, the Birmingham Bowl. And here we go. Ursula, this is it. You said your son's going to the game?
He is.
All right. He excited?
Very.
You say you have a dog in the fight? We'll talk about it next. Welcome back. Interim head coaches Bob Stutz and Brian McClendon getting to pose with the Valero Alamo Bowl trophy. Take a look. So this was after their press conference at the Alamo Dome yesterday. One peaceful piece of hardware. Look at that. All right, so Tuesday, the media's final chance to speak with both head coaches before the game tonight. 10-2 Oklahoma Sooners, 10-3 Oregon Ducks. The presser lasted nearly 35 minutes, giving both coaches enough time to shower each other with respect.
My compliments to Brian and his staff and the Oregon football team. I was on hand to watch them beat Ohio State, and I mean they flat out beat them in the horseshoe. So a really strong, good football team.
It gives us a great challenge. Obviously, playing against an extremely good opponent that's as talented out there as anybody, and we got our hands. We got our work cut out. So, but again, just really thankful for this opportunity.
All right, so reports say that Oregon could be down 31 players tonight for various reasons. Coach McClendon says that's not true, but he also didn't exactly say how many guys were not going to play. So Ducks and Sooners kick off tonight, 8:15 at the Dome. Oklahoma, technically the home team, and a 6.5-point favorite. Now to Houston, playing Auburn in the Birmingham Bowl yesterday. Third quarter Auburn quarterback TJ Finley, Kobe Hudson, 12-yard score. The Tigers lead for the first time, 13-10. Late fourth quarter, though, Cougars go for it, and they go up for good. Clayton Tune throwing it to Jake Herslow, 26-yard score, and that's your ball game. Houston wins 17-13. They finish the season 12-2. Back here at home, San Antonio Spurs, they are playing tonight. They're tipping off against the Miami Heat, 7:30 here at home, AT&T Center.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
All right, now to a generational loss, the loss of an NFL legend, legendary football coach, broadcaster. John Madden has passed away. 85-year-old passed away unexpectedly Tuesday morning. CNN's Andy Scholes has the details on Madden's life.
I have never worked a day in my life. I went from player to coach to a broadcaster, and I am the luckiest guy in the world.
Super Bowl winning coach, pioneering broadcaster, video game icon. A larger-than-life personality, John Madden was by any definition a true original. During his 30-year broadcasting career, Madden was widely considered the voice of the National Football League.
You have to attack them with the pass, and you have to attack them deep with the pass.
His passionate way of calling games with unique catchphrases,
Packers came out, they went boom, and they got 10 points.
And a love for using a telestrator helped explain the game to hardcore and casual fans across America. He called NFL games for all 4 major networks, announcing 11 Super Bowls and earning 16 sports Emmys during his time in the broadcast booth. Madden's NFL playing career was short-lived. He was drafted in 1958 by the Philadelphia Eagles, but a knee injury cut it all short. That's when he decided to try his hand at coaching, eventually becoming the youngest head coach in professional football history at the age of 33. In 1977, he led the Oakland Raiders to a Super Bowl victory and is still the franchise's all-time wins leader. Madden was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame for his coaching career in 2006.
Boom! Tough acting, acting.
Madden was a television advertiser's dream, becoming the pitch man for numerous brands.
Let me tell you, Ace is a place for me.
In 1988, Madden entered the video game world, lending his voice and name to what's now called Madden NFL.
You know, anything that goes that far, that fast, ought to have dinner and an in-flight movie.
His video game is still the most popular football video game ever, selling more than 100 million copies worldwide. Whether it was his video game, his broadcasting career, or as a Hall of Fame coach, his passion for the game is what will always be remembered.
Some of us think maybe we will be immortal, that we'll live forever, but when you really think about it, we're not going to be. But I say this, through this bust, with these guys, in that hall, we will be forever.
We begin this half hour with more details on that deadly shooting spree that happened Monday night in the Denver area. 6 people dead, including the shooter, 3 more injured, including a police officer.
Authorities are now saying that the suspect was known to law enforcement and harbored extremist views. ABC's Rhiannon Alalai has the details.
Extreme violence unfolding across 7 different crime scenes. Today, investigators are analyzing this newly released security cam snapshot of a shadowy figure spotted at one of those scenes. The terror ending in this shopping center after a gun battle with police. The gunman killed by officers. Memorials are growing outside of the tattoo shop in Denver where 3 people were shot Monday.
I'm still having trouble, absorbing it. It's just a shock to everybody.
Alfredo Cardenas' daughter, Alicia Cardenas, was shot to death. Police say Cardenas was an acquaintance of the suspected gunman, 47-year-old Lyndon James McLeod. Police saying McLeod had been investigated in 2020 and 2021 and was known to harbor extremist views.
Based on what we know, it does appear that the offender was targeting specific people.
Friends have identified Alyssa Gunn Maldonado as the other woman killed. Her husband, James, a piercer at the shop. He was also shot but is now in the hospital. Police say before exchanging gunfire with officers, McLeod killed another man a few blocks away from the tattoo parlor. We are now learning McLeod owned a tattoo parlor on the same street as recently as 2017. Investigators say the violence continued at a shopping mall. Families hiding inside.
We were just in there. You could hear just the popping outside. And it was like one shot and then maybe 5 or 6 more and a couple more after that.
Police say the suspect escaped to this nearby Hyatt hotel, shooting a clerk and a Lakewood police officer before being shot and killed. Police believe the suspect knew all of the victims except 28-year-old Sarah Steck. Detectives say he targeted the hotel because of a prior dispute. She happened to be there and got caught in the gunfire. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
The man who killed one and injured others at a Southern California synagogue back in 2019 will now be serving a second life sentence. John T. Ernest facing life plus 30 years behind bars, according to the Department of Justice. Ernest previously avoided the death penalty under a plea agreement in July. He was 19 years old and was armed with an AR-15 style rifle when he killed one worshiper and injured 3 others, including the rabbi and an 8-year-old girl who were inside that synagogue. There were more than 4 people there at the time.
Attorneys for Prince Andrew filing a motion this week in a civil case saying that the Manhattan federal court does not have jurisdiction in a sexual assault allegation. So the lawsuit filed by Virginia Roberts Guffrey accuses Prince Andrew of sexual assault, alleging that she was trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein at only 17 years old. She says it all took place in London, New York, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The Duke of York denies Guthrie's allegations. The filing from Prince's attorneys states Miss Guthries alleges that she is a citizen of the state of Colorado. The evidence demonstrates that she is actually domiciled in Australia, where she has lived for all of but 2 of the past 19 years, end quote. Oral arguments are set for January 4th.
6 current or former senior staff from the independent outlet Stand News in Hong Kong are now behind bars. This according to their government and Stan. Officials say that the news organization is suspected of, quote, conspiracy to publish seditious publication, end quote. In the meantime, police are continuing to raid on Stan's news offices. About 30 boxes of evidence have been seized and more arrests are expected.
All right, back here at home, Katie Blake, it is only getting warmer and warmer. 76 degrees out there. Looks like blue skies, though.
Yes, we do have a lot of clearing, especially compared to this morning. Some high clouds will filter in and out for the rest of the afternoon. But yes, it will be another unseasonably warm December day. Our average highs this time of year are in the low 60s. We're already in the mid 70s. So it is going to be another warm one. Yes, you can see the clouds kind of filtering in and out here on the satellite loop. We've lost the low clouds from this morning, but some mid and high level clouds will kind of move in and out for the rest of the afternoon. Nonetheless, plenty of sunshine, and we are looking at another toasty day. Highs in the 70s and 80s for us here. Clearing off in parts of West Texas there, but it is really messy weather across parts of the deep south, southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana into northern Mississippi. This is a tornado watch box that has just been posted. There will be some active weather moving through that part of the country today. A lot of cloud cover there as well. It is also unseasonably warm across the deep south today. But look at the spread in temperatures across the country. This is just kind of crazy. 75 here in our part of the world, 24 in Denver, 18 below zero in Cut Bank, Montana. That's not the wind chill. That's the actual air temperature. So the wind chill is well below that. It is 4 below in Bismarck, North Dakota. So there is a very cold air mass sitting across the northern tier of the country and into Canada. That will be dropping south as we get closer to the start of 2022. Won't be here right at the start of the new year. Still warm through Saturday, but look how things change by Sunday. This cold front is going to be a doozy. We'll talk more about it and the potential for San Antonio to see its first freeze coming up in just a few minutes. Max.
Thank you, Katie. As we see the cases of COVID rise here in Bexar County and across the country, a lot of people are asking, do I have COVID or are my symptoms just allergies? Well, an allergy specialist joined GMSA at 9 a.m. to help sort out the answers. Here's what he had to say.
You know, as we know, all the things you mentioned, Omicron, viral illness, allergies, can cause runny nose, congestion, mucus drainage, sometimes sore throat. But allergies should not cause fever. It should not cause severe headaches or chills or body aches. I'd be more worried about a viral illness. And of course, Omicron is sweeping the country right now.
And so coming up on our later shows, we have a deeper dive into how allergies are distinguishable from COVID and what University Hospital now has to say about the explosion of people trying to get tests.
The winter break from school continuing, but after a busy holiday, you might be running out of ways to keep your kids entertained. And here's the hard part, without the use of video games or other devices. How do you do that? In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has some fun and some healthy ways to keep them busy.
If your joy over winter break is fading, you're not alone, and keeping kids entertained isn't always easy.
Lately, I've been hearing a lot of kids saying how much playing video games is their favorite activity. So I would like to try to see that shift back to them actually doing something active rather than being passive and sitting in front of the TV or playing video games.
Dr. Gina Robinson with Cleveland Clinic Children's Hospital says there are healthy ways to keep kids moving. If you live in a colder climate where there's snow, have a snowball fight or build a snowman. Sledding and skiing can also keep them active. If your winter isn't white, go to the library to pick out some books, take a walk in the park to get some fresh air, do some indoor arts and crafts, or even bake some cookies. If your child got a video game over the holiday, Robinson says it's important to watch their screen time.
I would try to set limits and boundaries before the games even come out and say, this is how much time we have for games. If you'd like to let them earn a few extra minutes by doing chores or tasks around the house, that's another way to make them feel like they're able to get more time. But we really don't want to just have unlimited game time all day.
Keeping kids active can help get out some energy and beat the boredom, so winter break doesn't leave you in the cold. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Still ahead on the news at noon, Betty White sharing her secret to living a long life as she nears 100 years old.
Plus, no more surprises. What Americans can expect next year when it comes to a new health care act. We'll explain. In your consumer news, Americans will have one less healthcare headache in 2022, and that is thanks to the No Surprises Act. The new law bans most unexpected medical charges from out-of-network providers. It's scheduled to go into effect here in the United States January 1st. Federal estimates predict it will apply to about 10 million surprise bills a year. Consumers will be responsible only for their in-network cost sharing in these situations. The rule applies to nearly all private health plans offered by employers.
The third highest Powerball jackpot of the year remains unclaimed this afternoon. There's still no winners from Monday's drawing, and that means the estimated jackpot increases to $441 million. You could buy Tony Parker's house and then some. The next Powerball drawing is tonight. If someone wins, they could receive a lump sum cash out of $317.5 million, or you could choose to receive the entire $441 million in 30 payments over the next 29 years.
Got to go lump sum, because if you do payments, it doesn't beat inflation. So there you go.
Choices.
You win. But if you do win, you can now buy a new type of Papa John's pizza. A new year, a new crust. Papa John's introducing another crust option on the menu. It is a New York style pizza. The new pie, popular in the Big Apple, made of 8 oversized slices. And here's the thing, Ursula, it's great for folding. You can get a taste of the New York style crust now through March of 2022. Great deal too, $13 for a 1-topping 16-inch pie.
But here's the sad thing. I don't think you can get the Detroit style anymore there.
Oh.
New York has taken over.
I'm not exactly sure what Detroit style is.
That's when you put the sauce on the top.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
And my husband
Interesting.
loves Detroit style. I think it looks really gross.
Okay, I go Chicago style, Katie Blake. What about you?
You know what? It's lunchtime. Any pizza, I will take it. Just the folding slices with that garlic sauce. Mwah.
It did look good.
Perfect. Aquifer today is down 0.4 of a foot. We are more than 4 feet below the monthly average as far as the aquifer goes. Some minor improvement in today's pollen count. Mountain cedar is still very high with a count of 14,920. Molds moderate with a count of 730. A closer look at this weekend's strong cold front coming up.
Welcome back. Well, while Spider-Man No Way Home is the biggest movie of 2021, movies releasing in the new year, they are being readied for their shot at the top of the box office.
Rick Damigella has the story.
The ability to use echolocation. And an overpowering urge to consume blood.
Sony and Marvel already have another movie waiting in the wings to join Spider-Man in cinemas. Jared Leto stars as Morbius, a biochemist who accidentally becomes a living vampire. As opposed to the undead variety, Morbius leaps into theaters January 28th.
Hey kid, a little young for a bartender, aren't you? A little old for prom, aren't you?
Hot on the heels of Spider-Man No Way Home, Tom Holland will be back in theaters in Uncharted. Holland plays Nathan Drake in a big screen adaptation of the popular video game character. Uncharted arrives February 18th.
When that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
Robert Pattinson fights for Gotham City in The Batman. Pattinson dons the cowl of a young Dark Knight as he takes on the Riddler. The Batman swoops into theaters March 4th.
Don't look at me! Stay back!
It's happened already?
What did you say?
Disney and Pixar's latest animated adventure is Turning Red. As if being a 13-year-old girl wasn't hard enough, the character Mei Li also has to deal with turning into a giant red panda. The fur flies March 11th.
Your desecration of reality will not go
Benedict Cumberbatch is back in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Following the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, the Doctor delves deeper into the worlds of the multiverse. The Doctor is in May 6th.
Your instructor is one of the finest pilots this program has ever produced.
The long-awaited Top Gun Maverick flies into theaters this year. Tom Cruise is back in the cockpit as Pete Mitchell when Top Gun Maverick takes to the skies May 27th.
To infinity.
And another courageous pilot heads to infinity and beyond in Lightyear. Chris Evans takes on the voice role of Buzz Lightyear in an origin story for the Toy Story character. Lightyear lifts off June 17th. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
America's treasure, Betty White, sharing her secrets to a happy life ahead of her 100th birthday. It's coming up on January 17th. The comedy legend told People magazine that she tries to always find the positive in any situation. She says she was born a cockeyed optimist. White also joked that she avoids eating anything green. What? She's had a long career in Hollywood with roles on The Mary Tyler Show. Do you remember that one, Max?
It's a classic.
Yeah, The Golden Girls, another
I
classic.
actually know that one really well.
And Hot in Cleveland. And now the animal advocate enjoys playing crossword puzzles, watching golf at her Los Angeles. I guess, she doesn't play golf.
That's fair. Yeah. All right. Speaking of golf, if you're outside golfing, allergies. Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, mountain cedar. 'Tis the season, time of year for mountain cedar to be a problem. And with gusty north winds set to return this weekend behind our cold front, I think mountain cedar will continue to be an issue all the way into the start of 2022. Low temperatures this morning. What's interesting about these numbers, especially the numbers in the 50s, give it about 4 days and our morning lows today will be our afternoon highs on Sunday. We've got colder air coming. You don't have to put your jackets and sweaters completely away. It is going to get chilly again. Just give it a few more days. December has been a very warm month. Let me step out of the way really quickly. So far, 9.6 degrees above average. This will likely end up being one of our warmest Decembers on record. Each red box here indicates a day where temperatures were above average, and that by far is the majority of the month. In short, we can thank La Nina, the pattern over North America, for dry and warm conditions. The reason is because the jet stream, both the polar jet stream and Pacific jet stream, stay stuck off to the north when we're in La Nina. Not all the time, but for the majority of the time. And this polar jet stream is what keeps the colder air up in the Arctic from being able to spill down south and cool down parts of the country, including us here in Texas. That will change as we get into early 2022. We've got several more warm afternoons and then much cooler by Sunday and into early next week. Man, it is balmy out there. Nearly 80 in Gonzales, 75 here in San Antonio, 71 Uvalde. It's going to be another warm day all across south central Texas. We mentioned last half hour we've got a little dry line feature that will be moving in today, and that is going to lower humidity slightly for those of us along and west of 35. That's already starting to occur across portions of the hill country. But even with a slight drop in humidity today and this evening, it will still be warm. Look for highs in the upper 70s and low 80s. This evening, mostly clear with temperatures falling into the 60s, so not bad for the Alamo Dome, the Alamo Bowl game tonight, happening at the Alamo Dome. Let's talk about this cold front coming as we get into the weekend. Air temperatures are 18 below in parts of Montana, 4 below in Bismarck, North Dakota. So there is a very cold air mass sitting up in Canada, and eventually it will make its way south, affecting a good portion of the U.S., including us here at home. So through Saturday, New Year's Day, we will still be warm. So we'll kick off 2022 on a warm note once again, but our cold front will be up to the north in the afternoon. It will move through in the evening. Unfortunately, no chance of rain with this front, but gusty north winds will kick in Saturday night behind this front, and temperatures will be limited to the 50s for most of us all the way through Sunday afternoon. So a big cool down there. Temperatures will actually bottom out though Monday morning next week. This pink line here is our freezing line. So north of it, a freeze will be possible. And what I want to point out here is that a portion of our viewing area has already touched freezing. The counties that are kind of highlighted and raised up here, these are our counties that have not had an official freeze yet this season. That includes San Antonio and Bexar County. The potential for a light freeze Monday morning will be for San Antonio and points east along the I-10 and Highway 90 corridor. So something to keep in mind, that'll be a light freeze. So you would want to make sure your sensitive vegetation is covered. We'll keep a very close eye on that first freeze potential over the coming days, but big changes not too far away, guys.
Thank you so much, Katie. Coming up next, people come up with creative ways to spend the holidays with family despite having COVID. We're going to take a look at some of the quirkier celebrations. If you welcomed a new baby into your family this year, chances are you spent a little bit of time picking out the perfect name. But how common is that name?
So right now, KSAT.com, we have an article that lists the top 20 names for both boys and girls. Some of them include Sophia, Layla, Noah, and Jack. I love the name Jack. If you'd like to see where your baby's name falls on the list, just look for the story under the Features tab.
And we'll be right back.